So now we're going to talk about the psoas major and iliacus muscles. They're basically very deep muscles here in the inner pelvic region. Okay, kind of if you find your hip bones, they're right inside there, but they're under your abs, under your guts, under all that stuff. So way, way deep, way under all that, and they're going to prevent you from doing things like bending backwards very well, and also will affect your squat and different things like that. So very common in people that sit a lot, very common in just about everybody, which is, everybody sits, so all Americans essentially. Great starting way to work on this is to, first of all, find where we're talking about here. Again, for Daniel here, we're gonna find that little bump in the front of his pelvis, and we're gonna go right inside of there. That's where he's gonna lay. If you're pregnant or think you might be pregnant, obviously skip this one for now or talk to us, we'll tell you a different way to do it. Anyway, take that same softball that you used earlier, you're gonna lay on top of that right there, in that region. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find that area of the pelvis, we're gonna go right inside of there and we're gonna roll him on top of that. We're gonna drop your arms down. Now, Dan can also extend that arm on that side, rest your head, down to your side. Rest his arm across, which will stretch that muscle out more. Then what I suggest you do is have a partner, put light pressure on the low back, and then just have him bend his knee a few times. All the way up, we'll give him a little bit of help here. Back down, up again, as far as you can. Back down, up again. Back down, up again. So we want to do this flexion movement while that ball is digging into that muscle. This is something called tack and floss, or you can call it active release therapy, whatever you feel like calling it. It's pretty much that. Then he's going to go out and in. This is internal and external rotation. Back out, back in. Back out, back in. Back and forth, just like that. Out, back in. Back out again. Now straighten that leg, nice and straight. I'm gonna put some pressure on his low back. He's gonna raise his right leg, high as you can get, and back down. See how it doesn't get very high? This one is one you might want to avoid, but it does help if you feel safe enough doing it. Raise your right leg. The partner can come over here and just give a little bit of extra extension. Not too much, just a little bit, because if we get a little passive extension, raise that right leg again. As you can see, he gets a little higher. So help speed up the process, raise that up again, high as you can get, up, 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 up. And as you can see, if he can extend his leg better there, it works great. Bend the knee. He can also, if he feels like it, if he can get his leg around there, it's very hard to do on the ground, but he can get his leg out to the side and try to raise it off the ground. And back down, up again, and go limp, and a little bit of extension, little bit. Try that one more time. And straighten the leg one more time. Try to raise it once more. Much higher, as you can see. Okay, come on back up. And normally we would do both sides. Go and try to touch your toes and lean back again. And then leaning back should be easier somewhat. Feel a little bit easier, a little more open there. Good, great. We'll go ahead and do the other side too. So as you can see, what we're doing here is we're putting the ball in the front of the pelvic area, and we're gonna roll him on top. And what I like to do is I like to take my knee and kind of sit beside him so he's not gonna roll off of that. Touch your toes again. And bend backwards. Should be a little bit more open. So that right there, if you're having problems leaning backwards, you're having problems with sitting for too long, causing low back or even knee problems, it's probably something to do with your psoas musculature. Very underdiagnosed thing, and something you definitely want to get worked out if you can. Okay? Great.